Anthony Amp Elmore, President and Founder of the Proud Black Buddhist World Association, here today to bring you another exciting Black Buddhist lecture. My lecture today is Black Buddhism, Putting an S on Your Chest by Anthony Amp Elmore Sr. And what we do is that when it comes to problems, we put an S on our chest, and that S means solved. You see, for us black people, most of our problems in life are not about being black, but our problems are about being better. You see, the Buddhist religions help you to become better. Now, see, the Buddha helps you become better because the Buddha gives you what? Sight. See, sight is the S that you put on your chest. You see, we in America grew up with the man with an S on his chest, Superman or Superwoman. Now, in Buddhism, we practice Buddhism because we gain an S on our chest. The S stands for strength. The S stands for sight. You see, let's look up the most important S on your chest. You see, in Buddhism, the S on your chest means sagacious or sagacity. Sagacity means wise. See, the word Buddha means wise. And another name for wise is sagacity, or it means to be sagacious. See, you put an S on your chest by being wise. You be able to put an S in your chest when it comes to problems, we solve them. You put an S on your chest because we who are Buddhists, we are Samaritans. That means Samaritans are good people. Samaritans are good. Samaritans are super. You see, we at the Proud Black Buddhists put an S on our chest because an S represents self-determination. We are not governed by our Buddhist practice like by some Asian sitting on a mountain meditating. That is not the Buddhism that we practice. The Buddhism that we practice is living in society. That's the S that we follow. We live in society and we become stable. We become sound. That is how we practice. And the practice S that we in the Proud Black Buddhist practice, we practice, our S means self-determination. Now, we just had Kwanzaa last month, and the word for self-determination is Kuji Chakalia, or self-determination. See, we at the Proud Black Buddhists wear an S on our chest because we have high standards. We do not allow whites and Asians to educate the black history, the black culture, and the black language of Buddhism because why? We wear S on our chest. And the S on our chest means that we study. It means that we're scholars. That means we follow science. And we do not let them take our history out through their method called what? Sanskrit. Now, the Buddha left a way to develop your intrinsic human powers via teachings called what? They are called the Sutra. See, the only sutra that we follow is the Lotus Sutra. See, the S on our chest means sutra. And it also means, when you put an S on your chest, it means to stimulate. Stimulate your spiritual power. See, living life is not so what? Simple. And life is not so what? Simplistic. Many have the money, they have the house, they have the car, they have the job, they have people who love them, but they still miss one thing. They miss the S of satisfaction. You see, the S on our chest represents the spiritual aspect of life, while the heart disease is the major cause of death in our world, and second to heart disease is cancer. But The most accidental deaths in the world comes from prescription drugs. See, drugs are physical, but we who practice Buddhism, we find or we understand that true happiness comes from the S. The S means self. Is that we do not go and put certain things on our back, like being stupid. That's an S we don't want. We don't want no schemes. We don't want no scandals. We don't want to be scurrilous. See, we at the Proud Black Buddhists put an S on our chest to fight certain things that racist whites tried to put on our ancestors. That is the S of slavery, or the S of being sold. You see, we put an S on our chest because we do what? We shine. You see, we put an S on our chest because we're sacred, we're spiritual, we're sensational. See, those who extricate Black Buddhist history use the S to subtract, and they steal. The way to obtain Buddhahood is through faith. Another word for faith is surety. See, we use the S on our chest to infuse our black culture in Buddhism, and this is called practicing Buddhism with what? We practice with soul. Now, we use the S on our chest because we look up to the star, because the S means star. Because we who practice Buddhism put an S on our chest, it means we aim for the stars. So even if you don't reach the stars, you can still land on the moon. See, you have to get up and look up. See, putting the S on your chest means to stand up. It means to speak out. That's putting an S on your chest. See, we put an S on our chest because we shine, we shout, we sing, we shout, we psalter, we sanitize, sanguine, salutatory, sanctimonious, scrutinize, sacrosanct. You see, we put an S on our chest because we're safe, sanctity, silent, soul of the earth, surreal, sanctified, savage, thinning, scintillate, scrumptious, scrupulous, secure, seditious, seeker, self-acceptance, self-assuredness, self-belief, self-compassion, confident, self-discipline, self-esteem, self-expression, self-kindness, selflessness, self-love, self-started, self-sufficient, sensational, sense, shape, sharp, sheer, similar, shine. We put these S on our chest. We put the S on our chest because of shrewdness, because of sight, because of significance, because of silver. We're sincere, we season, we skillful, we shamble, we seek, we secretly sable, we soft-hearted, we soulless, solicitous, solid, solidarity, spellbinding, spicy, spineless, spontaneity, spunky, stately, statuettes, steadfast, stellar, sterling, steward, stick to it, stimulate. Anyway, it is time for me to stop this session. My lecture is called Buddhism, How to Put an S on Your Chest. The final S I want to give you is I want you to savor. Savor and put this S. It's called ship. You see, in Buddhism there's a lecture called it's ship. A ship to cross the sea of suffering. See, the Gosho reads, quote, only the ship of Myoho Renge Kyo enables one to cross the sea of suffering, of birth and death. The Gosho further reads, the Lotus Sutra speaks of someone finding a ship in which to cross the water. The Gosho further reads, thus come one Shakyamuni is at the helm, the thus come one many treasures takes up the morning rope, and the four bodhisattvas led by who superior practices row quickly, matching one another as perfectly as the box in its lid. This is the ship, any ship, which to cross the water. Anyway, let me shout out of here. Let me shout out of here and lead you with a song. I am Anthony Amp Elmore, President and Founder of the Proud Black Buddhist World Association, teaching you how to put an S on your chest. Let me give you a song. Go, now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way in which karma go. Now your ringeto is the way. I found myself a brand new mission to help others make a big decision. Bring to you as most for religion. It's not the religion that you expect. It's all about the law, the cause and effect. Devotion to the middle of the call of teaching. We do a lot of wisdom preaching. No more life with any drama. We change the words and change our karma. We bring to you the new Buddha way.